The place J.D. Vance lives today isn't just another official address in Washington. It's one of the most quietly fascinating homes in American politics. From the moment you reach the front gate to the hidden corners inside, the nation's second-in-command has built years of daily life within these walls. Every corridor, every staircase, carries a story. Stay with me through the end as we walk through his current official residence and then branch out to the other homes that trace his path from his Ohio roots all the way to the national stage. Vance and his family are based at the Vice President's residence, on the grounds of the U.S. Naval Observatory in Washington, D.C. If you've never seen it, imagine a stately late 19th century home, built in the 1890s, sitting on rolling green lawns tucked away from the constant noise of the city. It's closed to tours, but what we do know paints a vivid picture, a multi-level house with formal rooms for ceremonies and receptions, alongside intimate spaces where a family actually eats dinner, does homework, and unwinds after long days. Since the late 1970s, vice presidents and their families have slept under that roof, making it part stage, part sanctuary. But Vance's story of home doesn't end at the observatory fence. Before moving into the official residence, the family lived just across the river in Virginia, in a lively walkable slice of Alexandria. Think leafy streets, front porches, and local coffee shops where baristas recognize you by name. After the Vances bought their place there, neighborhood creativity got some unusual attention. Local artists yarn-bombed parts of the area with bright, rainbow-knit decorations, briefly turning their block into a social media curiosity. It was a quirky, colorful moment that said a lot about the neighborhood's playful, community-driven spirit. That Virginia chapter, though, didn't last long after the inauguration. Once security realities shifted, and life moved fully into the official vice presidential home, the Alexandria house went on the market. Listed for just under $1.7 million. It quickly drew multiple offers and sold above asking, proof that charm, a welcoming porch, and a guest space never go out of style. That quick sale closed the door on one season of their lives almost as fast as it had begun. Now picture the next stop on this tour. Ohio, one of the most revealing properties in the Vance portfolio, is the historic home they purchased in Cincinnati a few years ago. The house sits on the city's east side, in a neighborhood of winding, tree-covered streets where many homes look out toward the Ohio River. Their place is older and storybook pretty, with tall windows, intricate trim, and a calm backyard that feels made for deep breaths and long evenings outside. Local historians describe the five-bedroom home as blending Gothic revival lines with later Victorian details, a unique mix even in a city already filled with grand brick and wood homes. The Cincinnati house is more than an architectural talking point. It represents something bigger. For a family whose calendar now stretches across states and time zones, this place is a Midwestern anchor. You can imagine river breezes at the windows, neighbors who know your dog's name, and a city that's big enough to matter but small enough to exhale. It reminds you that even when politics pulls someone to Washington, the idea of home often starts in the heart, long before it shows up on a map. And just to be clear, everything we're talking about is based only on publicly available details, no private addresses, no hidden personal information. If you've made it this far, you've got the full panorama. The official residence with its deep political history, the Ohio home filled with river air and architectural charm, and the supporting addresses that bridge the gaps in between. Watch the full video to see how all of these places connect: a quiet family room, a sweeping skyline, and a welcoming front porch, each one shaping a single life lived very publicly, yet always searching for a sense of home.